By our parliamentary reporter Manelisi Dubase, who's standing by for us in the parliamentary precinct. Manelisi, what can we expect President Cyril Ramaphosa to say or speak to later this afternoon? What key issues do you think that he'll be dealing with?
I think, Nompu, he's not going to escape the demands that were made by the Fees Must Fall activists. What was interesting, that what we witnessed yesterday, is that across the political spectrum, whether it was Mkachwa from the ANC or Naledi Chira from the EFF and others, I mean, they spoken in one voice saying that the government needs to fulfill the promises it made in terms of free education. They must release some of their fellow activists who are in jail, and they must withdraw cases that are pending against those who are still facing those kind of cases. I don't think the president will escape that one question among the others, because there were so many questions, as you have alluded in your intro to some of these questions and some of the suggestions that were made to the president. But the the fees must fall campaign, I'm sure the president will have something to say about it. I'm not sure if he will dwell too much on the SOEs. A lot has been said with regard to that, and as I said earlier, that I think the Minister of Finance, Tito Mboweni, is going to say more about it, but the president will obviously say something, obviously, about the issue of service delivery, because it is one of the issues that was raised, and probably where the money will come from. How are they going to raise money to try to fulfill all the plans and the objectives that he has outlined in his State of the Nation address?
Of course, some of his ministers did elaborate a little bit on what we can expect from a policy perspective. The Minister of Public Enterprises, Pravin Gordhan, spoke. Also, Ibrahim Patel, the Minister of Industry, speaking to a manufacturing package. Just to touch on some of the issues that they raised.
Look, the Pravin Gordhan, for instance, says that there's a lot that has been done in as far as the state-owned enterprises, and emphasizing the fact that they remain the backbone of the economy of this country. And if we are to talk about growth, we will need to do a lot to try to resuscitate them. And he followed up with that in fact, yesterday, when he announced, as you'd have heard, the stories were running throughout the morning, that, for instance, the workers at Denel were going to receive only about 80-85% of their wages. And he announced last night that there's been people who have came in to assist in terms of the salaries of these workers, and on Friday they will be getting their full salaries. But on the main details, for instance, the unbundling of ESCOM and the issues of SAA, he says that there are already reports on the table that are dealing with those things, which will be released as soon as possible. And he said in a way that there's already some tangible proposals as to how is the unbundling of ESCOM is going to be dealt with, and the guarantees or bailout of other state-owned enterprises, including SAA, Denel, SABC, and the others.
And Ibrahim Patel, did you get to hear what he was having to say around the package of measures that he's introducing?
No, not very much. As you would understand that at some stage we have to file our stories while other ministers are busy talking. But I was with Ibrahim Patel at the weekend on Saturday and on Sunday here in Cape Town. He met the group of Chinese who pledged to invest about 29 billion rand on a motor industry in Port Elizabeth. Ibrahim Patel said to me then that the investment proposals or the investment suggestions that have been put forward in terms of the manufacturing industry are totaling well over 100 billion rand so far. And he says that most of those will be coming, will be streamlined or will be rolled out between now and September this year. So the details are not yet clear yet so far.
All right, Manelisi, thank you very much for your time, sir. That was my colleague Manelisi Dubase reporting from Cape Town. Nzinga?